Here we go. Okay, starting off the matchup on this high ground. This is a really solid high ground. You're fairly safe. And as long as you're careful about how much you're peeking, there's not much they can do. Okay. Taking a shot or two. Ooh, unfortunate. Okay, let's look at that. Let's take a look at that really quick. Back to here. Okay. So you take a couple pot shots, try really hard to hit that Sojourn, which you just missed. Yep. Going for a couple shots on their backline. That's really good. You don't need to be hitting Reinhardt. You should be hitting their backline. So at this point, so we can actually trace this back just a little bit. Let's go back to here. You peek up here. Okay. So this isn't super obvious to you, but at this point, they have now moved. Maybe looking at this from an outside perspective gives you a better idea. Your team is pretty much entirely... Oh, one sec. Okay. Your team is entirely over here, right? Your entire team's over here. And you are just this little bit over here. So you are very, very separate from your team. That's a fairly long distance considering the map. And their team has now pushed up. They've pushed their payload here, and they've pushed up into all of these side areas. They're all the way in back. They have filled this entire space here. This entire chunk of the map is now theirs, and you are behind that. That chunk of the map is between you and your team. So ideally, you get to your team before this way is closed off. So if we go back another, like 10 seconds. Cool. Look at this. So this is a great example. I'll move in a little bit. There we go. So at this point, even 10 seconds earlier, you were at a point where your team was here, you're here, and you have nothing in between you. You have the freedom right here to move. And as we watch this play out, you're good, you're good, you're good, and then right around here, they push the payload, and they move up. And this is right where you get cut off. And immediately after you get cut off, you die. Bam, dead. So that's something to consider. Playing from high grounds, especially playing from aggressive angles, you need to keep careful track of when your escape route is gone, or when that's going to go away. So we'll move on here. Let's give that 10 seconds. There we go. Yep, coach gun back. Okay. Here we go. Yep. Sitting in the back line, taking your shots. Nice. Not much to do there. No need to stand right out in the middle of the, you don't need to stand quite in the middle of the arch. You could go find some high ground either here. Walking up these stairs would actually give you a pretty solid angle over on Reinhardt, and it would actually give you an angle over this car. So, like, you can see, so from this high ground here, you can see both the Reinhardt, you can see their Curie, you can see their Tracer, and you can see objective. And anybody that comes around that corner is also going to be an available target, while you have the cover both from both from right here. You have this cover on the side, as well as this little bit right here. This gives you way more protection, gives you a better angle. Compared to, you can even look. So even where your current angle is, you don't actually have a lot available. You can't see Tracer, you can't see Kiriko, you can't see Reinhardt. You have no cover to speak of, and then you can't catch anybody coming around the around that corner and back. So just grabbing high ground instead of low ground anytime you can. You have Coach on, you could get up there. Oh, play again. Oh, come on. There we go. Back to you. Cool, just taking your shots. Yep. That's Shatter. Something to consider is, let's say Reinhardt's going in. Coach Gun is good for repositioning or saving yourself from a single target. Like somebody's jumping you, you can Coach Gun, get away. Something that could be done, and depending on the circumstance, is if somebody like, there's a Reinhardt that shatters, as he just did. If he's going toward your team, you can also Coach Gun to specifically get the Reinhardt away from your team. In this case, they have Kitsune. Reinhardt's going to be able to run at you. I'd recommend running. Oh. Never mind. Oh, okay. Your drunk rat got a huge 4K. Yeah, well. That works. Okay, you found... Yes. Okay, this is good. You found... So the cart has moved to a further location, and you have also moved along with it. I'm glad you didn't go back to your previous high ground. It would be much too far. This is the better idea. Oop. Yeah, here they come. I'm taking the pot shots. Exact same issue as before. So as they come around here, you if you're feeling threatened and want to leave, there's a lovely little high ground with more cover. Just back up to here, you can get a better angle, and that gives you an even safer fallback option. So if they start shooting you up there, you can fall back even further, more safely. I believe you run into the exact same issue the second time. Drop down, and all of a sudden, they are all out of view. Heroes never die. Okay. You managed to get back safely, so you don't get punished for the positioning. That's something to consider. If you don't get punished for something, oftentimes it's hard to see what you might be doing wrong. That was an example of that was not a good play. Going down high ground or low ground has had zero benefit in that situation. But you didn't get punished for it, so it might not be very clear to you. It might feel just fine, but once you, it's all the small things that really add up. So improving things like that can really help you in the end. Good headshot. That was a really solid bob too. Okay, they have a Pharah now. They switched Pharah. That's going to be one of your primary targets because none of the rest of your team, except maybe Butterball, the Sigma, could take care of it. That was unfortunate. Let's look back at this and see why you died. Okay. Let's see what happened here. Okay, so they've got their backline coming in, following up on their main portion of their team. Reinhardt is going in with nano boosts. You guys have only one ult. You have Flux. Let's see what happens here. So you make your escape attempt. You're actually not far from your team. You're escaping at about the right time. You just get hit by a rocket and a really unfortunate nanoed fire strike. So I don't know if I could really blame you for that one. That was just an unfortunate accident. Marisa goes for the res, which is a really bad idea because that's in front of the entire team. Yeah, no, there was just, you didn't have the space to try for a res. And ideally Moira just gets out. Yeah, Moira's out. Okay. Back to you. Yep, you lost a team fight. That is what it is. I think you just got unlucky with your death. I don't think there was don't think you did anything wrong necessarily. Oh. What happened? Took a couple body shots. Tracer, and then... That's just unfortunate. I'll call that unfortunate. I won't blame that one on you too much. You didn't have to push out in front of your team, but you were also basically in spawn, so I don't blame you. Okay, Sojourn swap. Okay, this will give you a little more freedom to move around, and possibly a little more kill power, like one-shot power. Although Pharah might be a little more difficult to hit with the primary fire being a projectile. Good, targeting the Pharah. Nice shots. You pushed her away. That was something. You don't have to secure a kill for it to be valuable to shoot somebody. So in that case, all you did as Tracer came in was shoot her. You got some really good damage on her, and you forced a recall. And that alone has made her back off from your Moira and your Kiriko, and now they have a little more space to play. That was good. You're playing... okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay. So, you've got a Reinhardt that's going in with a Kitsune Rush running at you. That is one of this. That right there is probably one of the most... That is just a giant red flag for him having Shatter, and we can see that he does. You know, he took Kitsune Rush and he walked all the way up straight to you guys with very little regard to where his team actually is. He's trying to push past the shield. I'd bet you in a split second he's going to Shatter. Oh, free cam. Alright, ready? Let's watch this. Do you have jump available? Or you have slide. If you see this, you need to be out of there. There's the Shatter. Okay. You got lucky, you got around the corner. It wasn't a good spot for you to be in. That's 2 ults now. Shatter and Barrage. And you've lost 2. Yeah, no, you've lost a team fight. At this point, the best thing you can do is just to leave and poke them as much as you can. Yep, you've done that equivalent. That's good. Took a headshot. Okay, at this point, you're not gonna have much more. They're gonna take a bunch of space shortly. You should probably try to find high ground at this point. So at this point, the match. Right, once they've pushed up this far. So here, see, now they're starting to push through. Okay, you backed up a bit. I don't know if that was necessary. Okay. Did you slide before you flexed? Okay. Yeah, as soon as you hear flux, you want to go in, which you do here. You walk back as soon as you can. Yep, good job looking at the Pharah. You took a couple shots, should have backed out. You get rezzed. Let's see what you do here. Okay, so you guys are at their spawn. Either you need to completely clean up. Either you guys need to try really hard to completely clean up the rest of their team here, or you need to get out. Because they're all going to be respawning. Okay, you get out. Yep, good. Yep, leave your tanks down. Your Mercy's not going to res that. You need to leave. Yep, he's out of position. You shoot him, look good. Good shots on Tracer. This is... Wow, okay. Good slide. Okay, that was interesting. Let's take a look at that again. Alright, hold up here. What's happening? Okay, so you push him out of position, get a couple good shots on Tracer, you're all falling back. Okay, so let's take a look at this from the outside view. Their team, so this is an interesting area because their team is, you know, they're down here in the main way, they've got objective, they've got high ground, and this other middle ground here. And you guys are very bundled. If you as a unit moved in and took this space, you could do it. But I don't think you do. I think they push into you. The stairs are just a bad spot to sit. They're meant to get somewhere, not to stand there. So ideally you take your entire group here and you call to like push forward to this high ground, and then you can from there you could do things like from these stairs you could, you know, push up, you take this high ground, you get some better angles on their team, or you can even get up to their actual high ground here and push them off. So either you need to go up or you need to just get back as far as you can, because this middle ground here is exposed to this high ground, it's exposed to that high ground, it's exposed to the middle here. Ideally this is only a place you move or use to get somewhere, and you don't try to hold this. But I think that's what happened. That's... Here, I'll move over here. So yeah, you guys are all here, and they push into you. Tracer pushes in. There's a pulse. Yep, and now they all push in, and that splits you guys really hard. And there's not much you can do about it then. So you go down, unfortunately. Yep, Mertza goes down. Yep, you guys are in an interesting predicament. Ideally, you should just get out. Yep, they die. Pushed up too far. Like, you just need to get out at that point. Alright, let's see where you're at here.
No sweat. Just need a new plan. That's the stuff.
Okay, I keep seeing this, so I'll mention it one more time. You do not need to go stand out in the middle of stuff. So you walk out of spawn. You can stay right at this pillar. Use this pillar for cover. I'm not entirely sure if you had a plan in mind. Maybe you were trying to get to high ground, but walking just straight out into the open is a recipe for getting killed. Using pillars. Use pillars, and if you have to cross that, especially in front of their whole team, try to do it with a slide or something. There you go. Good. Crossed it with a slide that time. Good target priority on the Kiriko. Okay. Let's see what happened again. I'll go slow it down. Back up. So you slide, and you pop.
This ends now.
Okay, that's really good. You moved out of the way, and then you popped your ult. You're prioritizing Kiriko. You missed the shots, but that was very good priority. That is where you should be prioritizing it. Let's see what happens here. So you're dueling Tracer. Let's free cam. Let's watch this from the outside. So you're dueling here. You're in a real tight pinch here. Their whole team's pushing into you just because you're ulting. They're, you know, going for you. Yeah, you get shattered. Not much more to do other than have moved somewhere else. You did the best you could. I'll give you credit for that. Lose that one? Okay, really solid. Could work on your aim a little bit. Don't position right in the middle of an area, and look for high grounds when possible. You're doing a really good job of pushing in or out for the most part. Especially after the very first time you got caught out, you've done a better job at playing safer or playing where you should be with your team. Alright. Okay. See what happens. Okay. On Sombra. Going out the side door, good idea. Good hack. Yep, very good. Glad you were flanking. Good to keep an eye out for the sides as Sombra especially. Looking for angles, looking for hacks. This is good. I'm glad you're not just diving in and dying. Good. Finding safety. Nice job. Okay. Yep. No, you're all dead. At this point, you can just kind of chill out. Maybe look for your little poke damage just to build your ult. I'd go find another angle. There you go. Yep, you did so. You're patient. Good job being patient. As Sombra, it's frequently people will... Oh, unfortunate. Just missed some shots there, but nice job flanking and looking for that kill. Okay. So at this point, you force out their Kiriko teleport and cleanse, and your team is pushing in. Instead of poking from here, I would just start walking up. You can walk on this Reinhardt with the rest of your team. And there's cleanse. They've lost their tank. They've lost a bunch of their abilities. You could actually just, go straight from here, and you could just translocate up to this area here and push them because they're out of cooldowns. They don't have a tank, and your team is pushing in with you. This would be a great opportunity to push an advantage instead of playing safe. So you're a little far back. You're not doing any damage, like not realistically. Yep. Yeah. You had the opportunity to push in further and push that advantage a little more. Good. Not going straight on. Nice. Good shots. Do you clean it up? Well done. Good kill. Good repositioning. Yep, nice job. I would hack that pack. If you come across a pack and you have your hack up, just hack it. No reason not to. Yep, you hear the Junkrat. I see you thinking it. Okay, they're out of... Yeah, you're looking for out of position people. And you secure a kill. Really well done. I was hoping you'd do that. Okay. At this point, objective is really close. They have to touch. This is where you can really punish their backline. So... Okay, we'll look at this from an outside view here. Okay, so their entire team needs to go touch. They have to go touch in order to win. At this point, since they have to go touch in order to win, the most beneficial thing for you to do right now is actually absolutely pester their backline, because Reinhardt has to touch, and their backline pretty much has to support Reinhardt or he'll die. Meaning you have a really good opportunity to go after the support, the DPS, anybody that's here. And you were so close, and you turn around like this. You could fight them from behind here and allow your team to finish that objective capture. You get a kill, which is nice. You get a kill, which is nice, but you guys still don't have objective, and I think you could have had it by now without ultimates. Okay, secure it. Okay, I think Now your tank goes down, their tank goes... Okay, you managed to secure it. You managed to secure it, but it took more ultimates than needed. I think even just you pushing their backline earlier probably could have secured you guys the point without ultimates. Okay, good job. I really appreciate you being careful. So I can see you doing this. I can see your brain process even while you're moving around. I really appreciate the fact that you're watching out for what can hit you, and you're not just running straight in. So you hear that. So that right there. Let me go back a little bit. There. Right here. Okay. I can see your brain. I can see it. You see the low tracer, and you are about to go for it, if I'm not mistaken. And then in just a moment, you hear the Pharah. I saw you really wanted that tracer. You even pinged her. You knew she was low, you wanted her, and you heard the Pharah, and because of that, you knew you were in danger, and you waited. I really appreciate things like that. That'll get you a long way. Just being aware. Being aware of the fact that they have a whole team there, and not just running in and being greedy for a kill. Yep, and you're patient here. And then you find a better opportunity. Maybe? Okay. Decide it's too risky. Okay, there you go. But you were just being aware of that. Yep, you see they're on it. Yep. Ana? Yeah, yep. You see they're Ana separated from their team. And you go for it. Amazing job. Being as patient as you were. Yeah, beautiful. So I would love to review that again. So starting all the way back here. This was a really good play. You're going up, your team's not in danger right now. You go up, you notice the tracer's low, but you wait because you know it's dangerous. You're patient, you're checking your team, and you're waiting. The patience is really good here. You walk around, you find a target that's out of position, and you go for it. And that nets you a really valuable kill. That was really well done. EMP? Beautiful. Now does your team push it? There you go. Good job. Very good job. Yep, you guys secure this. You secure the tracer? There you go. And you got tracer late. That was really good. Well done. Yep, looking for tracers a really good target priority. Yep, we're just a little bit late on getting out of there.
Let's get back online.
You go up back. Okay, good. Nice job. You're being patient, looking for targets. I see you doing it. Good job. Nice. So you went in with your soldier on the target in their backline. That's one of the best things you can do with Sombra. Is not one of the best things you can do is play reactively as Sombra. Hack, EMP, all these different things are significantly better in reaction to something, either a low target or somebody that's pushing in too far. So in this case, you use your you were on the flank, you were playing patient, you were waiting for a target, and that netted you a kill on their backline again. That's the second time you've done it basically in a row, and it's succeeded with a backline support kill both times. And you managed to secure the DPS. That was really good. Well done. Oh, nice. Really well done. Yep. That was a good example of you didn't push something, you were just hanging around trying to find weaknesses or opportunities to make an impact. Same thing, you're playing really patient here, but you know that it's a little risky to just go in right away. Yep. Do you get out? Okay. Yep, you have to take the duel. Oh, okay. Close. That's okay. A little bit of aim would get you there. Maybe hit the aim trainer. Yep, that was just... Yep, that was only dueling. You just need to get better at dueling, so practice your aim a little. Go up. Okay, both transcendences are gone. The big importance of this is if you build EMP, they now don't have anything to sustain through that. There's a shatter. Nice. Okay. Yep, you guys are basically at the end. You have your ultimates. Burn them. You can team wipe. Yep. Yep. You and your whole team made a good choice to just all in and finish it up.
That party was boring.
Score 3-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Okay, so you are on... What side are you on this time? I think attack. Defense. Okay, you're in defense.
I believe that Torbjorn's behavior has rubbed off on you.
Hello. Reinhardt. Answering the recall is not my idea of hanging it up.
I had to show.
Then keeping an eye out on the side isn't a bad idea, but... Okay, you're just keeping an eye out.
Let us hope that
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll look back at that. Alright, what happens here?
The payload.
So you're watching out for stuff. Being patient. I really appreciate how much you're looking. Okay, she goes down. You see that you're no longer in danger. And you immediately uncloak and go for a kill. Well done. Go for a second one. You see that you're in danger. And you go out. Well done. And your team cleans up the rest. That was really good. You're a little low. You might as well look for a health pack or get some heals. Or get some heals before you continue on. Pinging. Goodness. Pinging stuff. That's a good idea.
60 seconds.
There's an example. Okay. This is what I was worried you would do a lot of times. This is what I was, you've done a good job of avoiding this up until this point. But they've got their entire team there, and you go for a hack while they're all there, ready to turn. The moment you do that, they all turn and look at you. You can look at this. They all turn and look at you. You've got the Moira looking at you, you've got Tracer looking at you, you've got Reaper nearby, and they both could see you if they want to. And you die for it. Yep. So you die for that. Okay. So you've done a good job avoiding this up until this one point. This is a great example of why you don't just initiate. Because as soon as you initiate, you'll die for it. And that's why you play reactively as Sombra and not as the aggressor or the initiator.
They really have it out for me.
Good. You're playing patient again. I hope you play reactively. There you go. You did play reactively this time. Their DPS and tank have left. You just have their supports who are busy looking at something else. You go for the kill, and you secure it. Look at that difference, even back to back, just of waiting until you have an actual opportunity. There you go. And that wins you guys the team fight. I'd argue it was you. I could argue that it was your play that actually made that possible. Well done. Well done.
Score 3-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. I'm ready.
All right, sticking with Sombra.
I'll see this matter resolved.
I think I can make this worth my time.
I believe that Torbjorn's behavior has rubbed off on you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
All right. Yep, you sneak around the back as per usual. Yep, and you go for scouting. Okay, at this point, it's good to note that they have a Symmetra, Baptiste now. Symmetra is a problem because turrets will stop you from hacking. It can just be dangerous to you, and a Baptiste is a much less vulnerable target compared to something like the Ana that they were playing earlier or the Mercy that they were playing earlier. So they now are a lot less vulnerable, and that's something to keep in mind. Playing patient, good. That was really good. There was some, I saw the temptation that you had to hack, and you waited just long enough until they've used their lamp and your team was actually ready to push. Little unfortunate your team didn't take advantage of that. I think they could have. Oh, they did. Okay, they did take advantage. Ooh, oh, that's what happened. Alright, watch this. I want you to watch this. Not that. Yes. Okay. So, we're just going to keep an eye on this from right here. Watch what happens. You hack Reinhardt. Reinhardt backs up into the building, giving your entire team space to shoot. Yeah. Oh, good. That was actually really good. Okay. So you, hacking the Reinhardt, forced him back into this room in order to not just die. And by consequence, has opened up their entire team, who've all positioned poorly, by the way. They are right in the middle of everything. And have allowed your team to have a direct sightline without anything to block. And look what it does. 1 kill, 2 kill. And then Reinhardt comes back out. And it's too late. At this point, your team goes in and they have lost the fight. You secure a kill. That was really good. It just goes to show how much of an impact certain plays can make. Like, you don't know, like, I doubt that hack, so that hack to you probably, I'll go back to it. That hack probably didn't feel valuable. Like, really, that hack, if you look at that, that hack itself didn't do anything. Reinhardt didn't die. Your hack did not cause Reinhardt to die, but what it did cause is the rest of his team to die, because he had to play around that, the fact that he was hacked, and that opened up an amazing opportunity for the rest of your team. That hack was, that won the team fight. Their team's coming back. Okay. Their team's coming back. You notice she's slow. You go for it. Yep, they're panicky at that point. I think they even have panicky body language. Let's watch this. Moira comes out. You can see Moira. She's like, she's jumping. I want to watch this from her side, actually. We're now back 10 seconds. Moira fades in. She looks there. She panics. Like, you see how, like, back and forth and kind of twitchy that movement is. It's very, like, panicky and very vulnerable, and you took advantage. You got the kill on it. Also, look at that. Look at how like unreactable that is. So from Moira's perspective, cool. Moira just feels like it's just in the middle of somewhere, and all of a sudden dies from a completely unexpected angle. Like, Moira expected to be safe because, from Moira's point of view, the entire team is right out in front. From Moira's point of view, the entire team is straight out in front, meaning that as soon as Moira goes into this building, they're like, oh yeah, you know, I should be safe. They're all behind this pane of glass, right? There's a wall here. I'm safe. And then that's one of the big powers of, like, Sombra, is the fact that you can come in and take somebody out when they're vulnerable and just in an unexpected place. Go back to you. Yep, you guys clean this up. Well done. All right, yeah, GG. That was really good. Yep, making sure you don't get caught out is a good idea, especially when you're playing a sniper like we were playing Ashe at the start. Good job reacting with Sombra. That's something that a lot of Sombra players will get incorrect, is they play aggressively as the initiator. You should be reacting for the most part. Just don't stand out in the open. You had a couple of times where you'll stand out in the middle of something instead of taking cover to either side. Overall, you're playing pretty well. I'd hit the aim trainer. And then just be aware of where you are on the map. Those would be your two biggest things